Gaffer, the assessment of that game?
Well, it's another difficult one to know where to start. If you look at the starting 11, there's obviously again a lot of change in the 11. A lot of lads have dropped out through injury. Goalkeeper dropping out yesterday, and us bringing a new lad in. And with change comes disruption, and with disruption comes errors. And we're littered. Our performances are littered with errors at the moment. And football's a game of fine margins. And the errors, the margins are going the wrong way on us at the moment on a consistent basis. And I think a lot of the churn, a lot of the change, a lot of the lads who are playing their first football. We've got a lot of young players who are learning the game and learning their way. And the errors are creeping in. The errors are costing us. Of course, as errors and results don't go your way, so confidence gets affected. And it's a tough ask for young players to push on and find that confidence and find the performance. And that's what I've watched this afternoon. I've watched a lot of errors that are basic, that are avoidable, that can be cured, but too many players making them because there's too much change and too much churn. Too many players getting used to each other and getting used to what's expected at the club. So we just have to be strong with ourselves, and we have to remember the qualities we've got. We have to remember the lads that we are going to be able to bring back in, and we have to take confidence from the fact that when more experienced lads are back in the side, lads who know the level, who can perform at the level, we'll have less errors, we'll have more quality, and with more quality will come better performance.
And when you lose your goalkeeper Ben Alec, as you say yesterday, how quickly and how difficult was it to find a keeper to bring in at that stage?
Well, it's never easy on a Friday to find somebody who can come and do the job. And it was late last night when we finally got the okay from Reading, who were good enough to let Stuart come. So no opportunity to get him on the training ground, no opportunity to get him to work with the back line. I said in the second half it was so obvious that we needed to squeeze our back line up to stop that sort of relentless tide of red wave that was coming from right to left as I was watching the game. And but the goalkeepers knew, the goalkeepers not sure of the expectations. The back line had seen one or two balls going behind them and he hadn't come, and I think that sort of uncertainty drops your back line, and as the back line drops, so midfield starts to open up and you find it difficult to get out, and the centre halves want to pull the full-backs in, and the game goes against you rather than for you. What I was really pleased about, I have to say, and I'm clutching at straws, what I was really pleased about in that last 10-12 minutes was that I saw a side that had the hunger and the desire to go forward and want to find a way back. They didn't give up the ghost, they didn't throw in the towel, they went after the game. They could have had the equaliser, had created several very, very good chances. We had the ball in the back of the net. Feel really harshly treated with the decision there because it was literally moments before they scored the winner that Gabby got the ball in the net, and as I say, the boys feel really harshly treated. We can't see the foul. He said it was Gabby who made the foul. We're struggling to see that. But as I say, decisions you can moan about, but in the end it's not decisions, it's your performance. We had plenty of chances in the first half that we didn't take, and on a different day we could have done and would have done and could have been really convincing, but we let them back in. They changed it around at half time. Little things we struggled with, and we are where we are.
Yeah, football can be a fickle world, and so the fans are frustrated at this moment in time. What would you say to them at this moment in time?
Well, I would be extraordinarily frustrated. I mean, if you look at it on the face of things, it's a horrible run of league results. We've got a couple of great FA Cup performances sandwiched in there, but it's a horrible run of league performances. And I think anybody who's educated and knows their football will look on and they'll see that we've got some big players on the sidelines. We've got a lot of churn and a lot of change since the heady days of the top six and November, where we went on that terrific run and played some really good football and knocked out some convincing wins. We've got a lot of change. We've got a lot of lads that have dropped out of the side, dropped out of availability. We've got some big players who've been carrying knocks to get out there for us, because we knew that in the background were a lot of young players who didn't have experience, who were going to make mistakes, and you don't want those mistakes in your side. You want those lads to be able to come on when you're winning 3-0 and get a little bit of experience and get a few mistakes out of their way in non-pressure situations. But when the pressure goes on and young players who do make mistakes are being forced into the limelight, it can be tough. So bear with us. The answers are there. We've got some really good quality at the club. We need to get that quality back on the pitch. We need to be patient with the boys who are learning. In between or just before the run of 6 wins in November, we saw some difficult performances and some difficult defeats. But the important thing was we were learning. I was watching a Callum Elder grow, I was watching a Jermaine Anderson grow, and then things clicked. And I'm expecting the young players that are getting their experience and making their mistakes and costing us results right now to click, to learn, to nip bad habits in the bud, to gain good habits. And as they gain good habits, they'll become better players and we'll win games.